Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here, Publicly Buzzed Live, coming at you with a special live stream on a Saturday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't think I've ever streamed at this time. We're about to rock and roll, guys, starting right now. Talking a little bit of this madness that's been happening this week with the Rust trial and what happened yesterday. Get ready.
Let's rock.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome in here, Publicly Buzzed Live, happening on a Saturday. I look like I'm glitching out just a little bit here. What's up? What's up? Let me first of all get the fucking Botrix chat going. That's gonna piss me off. What's up? Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on YouTube. Share this out. Hit the like if you have not as well, and let folks know that you are hanging out here with Publicly Buzzed. I've got a lot of guests back here with me. I'm excited about tonight's show, and a lot of the craziness that's been going on with the Alec Baldwin trial that is no more, actually. So yeah, before we go any further, let me get everybody in here. Boom. What's up, guys?
Hello.
We got a whole fucking cast here. We're gonna go around right now and introduce everybody. I think this is a first for everybody on this channel. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you all. First of all, I appreciate the shit out of it.
Our pleasure.
You're welcome.
Hella.
Hello.
Welcome the fuck in here. Thank you so much. Hella is honestly the link for all of this, I would say. Hella inviting me on her stream with Dali and introducing me to Sean and a lot of these folks. So Hella, thank you so much for coming on here. And I've got everybody's links in the description down below, but Hella, man, you fucking rule. And if you're not following her, you definitely should be. And yeah, tell everybody a little bit about yourself too.
Well, obviously, it's a different time zone for me. I am in the future. It is 7 a.m. in the morning for me on Sunday.
Dude, I can't get over that. I never can get over that.
I know, it always blows your mind.
Yes.
So the Earth's actually round. The way it works is it starts off being morning for me, and you're in the past. So it's yesterday for you. That's how it works. And for me, it's Sunday, so I'm well ahead of you, Steve. So one of these days you'll work it out. Anyway. And
I always say, as long as Hella and some of these other folks I know in Australia are alive, I know that we're good. They've made it through something. So
yeah, you made it through. Yeah, exactly.
If I see her stop posting randomly and be like, "What the fuck's going on? We got 14 hours to figure this shit out."
Everything's okay. I've made it to tomorrow. You'll be fine.
We're going to need a functional DeLorean and 88 miles per hour.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so I have a channel called Excited Utterance, which is a hearsay exception, 803.2. So I'm always allowed in. Because if I yell really loud, that means that I'm allowed in. And I have, I don't know, a couple of thousand subs. I'm a pretty small channel.
Growing quick, though.
It's going. I stream with this guy in the middle, down there. Dali talk most of the time. He's my co-host.
Yes.
We put up with each other. We tolerate each other. I have a show on Sundays called Hearsay for Days. It's every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And on that show, we talk about what the people are saying. So we go through Twitter comments, we go through YouTube comments, TikToks, etc. And we tend to talk about what the most talked about trials are this week. We often see things from you, Mr. Steve. And Jay, in comments, we have a look at your shorts. You do some really cool shorts, Jay.
He does really good shorts, yeah.
Yeah, and all the comments that are generated from that. We bring up what people are saying, and we talk through those. And actually, Dali is really good at reading up comments, aren't you, Dali?
Yeah. Well, it's a skill.
Way better reading than me.
He's a good reader. So that's me. Yeah, come on and hang out with us. We tend to hang out with a lot of lawyers, don't we? So we came from hanging out with Making Law Simple when he was called that. Now he's MLS God of Law.
Yes.
And we hang out with Sean and Andrew Branca, Nick Starrow, a bunch of different people. So it's nice to get lawyers onto our stream and get their points of view. But
100%.
nice to meet you, Steve, and your crew that you hang out with.
Definitely, man.
Nice to have you on my channel to talk Coburger. Coburger is probably my pet
Project.
case. It's the case that I know the best, and I really believe he's not the right guy. If he is the right guy, happy to be convinced, but I think that there's some shenanigans going on there, and I nearly had a fit the other day when I saw that Ann Taylor put in her resignation.
Yeah. I saw that. That was actually crazy.
I
haven't dug into that at all. I just saw the post. I haven't had time to dig into it.
I was backstage with Hella, and Hella just stops and freaks out.
I nearly
That seems like a really big deal.
Yeah, but she had a promotion. So
okay. See, all right, interesting.
I was like, oh my god, she's resigned. What's going on?
That would be crazy. It'd be like something is happening if she dipped out. So, but that was how we started here on YouTube. Was actually with the Idaho 4 and the Coburger stuff. So that's
I know. That's why we got you on, because we know you know a lot about that. So
yeah, man.
We'll do more on that. Yeah, we'll do
definitely for sure. Together. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, since we on Dali, we'll jump right over to Dali, man. What's up, dude?
Not much.
Thanks for being here also. And you have a dank ass channel as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just cover trials, funny moments in trials. I like to try to get evidence, record requests, FOIA, stuff like that. Was all set up for the Alec Baldwin trial. Really excited to do that. That kind of ended.
Yeah,
so, a little sooner than I planned.
Because behind the exhibits, that's an amazing idea. And I watched it last night after everything had already happened. But yeah dude, because you put a lot of work into that, clearly.
Oh yeah. And I still plan to keep going through it, going through the body cams again and the interviews. I'm starting to see stuff now that's related to where the bolt or the ammo came from in Arizona, and trying to just kind of track it down a little more. So I'll keep going on with that for now.
And like you guys were watching the other day, it is so freaking confusing, man. I'm still watching clips and stuff. Yeah. And I will admit this, you guys are way deeper into the Rust trial and the back stuff, the little segments like that. I get a little bit lost, and it's a lot. It's a lot to actually keep up with.
Yeah.
So
it's really confusing.
And you said you're going to keep doing those, right? The behind the exhibits?
For the time being, yeah.
Okay, I'll probably still honestly keep watching, because even preparing for this today, I was looking at a few different things, and dude, I still see stuff that, I mean, it's just so much, dude. It's super convoluted. It's fucking so much. Mo in the deep end, what's up?
Hey guys, well, I kind of fell into doing kind of trials and stuff, and then realized that as a mom of 6, I maybe couldn't do an entire day of sitting and not expecting my house to go up in flames. So I do a morning, about an hour stream in the morning of just news that I like to do. I put a little actual headlines in there, and then the weirdest daggone stories you've ever heard. So I do that for an hour. No politics, no Mesopotamia, unless I can make fun of everybody.
That's the way, yes.
Then every night, except for Wednesday and Friday, I do nightly newsy news, so it can get a little spicier. I have been doing a lot of background in the Delphi case. I am from Indiana, so we apologize greatly for the shenanigans that Judge Gull is well, just inflicting on
You're
the rest of
close
us.
to that one.
But that's kind of what I do. I get on, I have a million wigs. My husband didn't realize I was a closet theater kid. Pray for him. But I just don't take myself really too seriously, and just come on and have fun and, save my husband from talking about trials, because I think if he never hears the word Daryl Brooks again, he'll be fine.
God,
I think
that one.
I think he has current Daryl Brooks trauma syndrome. Like, he just starts twitching.
Has flashbacks, them just freaking out in the trial. Yeah, I found you through. I don't remember exactly how I found you, if it was through Hella or because I know that you guys have worked together before. But I will jump into your morning streams, dude, and they're awesome. Like, I really enjoy it. They're really fucking good.
Fun. I'd honestly be looking at the news anyway, so having a bunch of people I can hang out and that just like my corny jokes, my kids are always shocked, like, so people actually listen to you? I was like, yeah, not the 6 I created, but I mean, other people subscribe to me.
That's awesome.
They're
Yeah,
like,
I really
why?
enjoy your stuff. But and you're hilarious. Dr. Heinz. Dr. Heinz,
Hello.
thank you so much for coming on here, brother.
Hello.
So before you get started, we've been trying to work something out for like weeks, and we can't make it happen because of time differences.
It's so difficult.
And I work all fucking day. Like, it's hard, dude. I really appreciate this working out. So thanks for coming on, brother.
No, it's my pleasure, and I appreciate you inviting me. It is very difficult with everyone's respective time zones, especially Miss down under over there that the toilet flushes differently.
Not my fault. You stream at my
I'm
3
not
a.m.
I'm fully not blaming you. I actually like how it messes up sometimes, because I know one day when we do link up is going to be an epic stream. I feel that there is. Can I call it foreplay? I know I said OnlyFans.
Hey, no, you can't. No.
You know what I mean? There is a lot of build up. There's a lot of
Are we first base or second base, or are we shortstop? I'm just
zero base. Zero base. Like, I actually appreciate you for believing that I actually have success with women, but no.
Who said that?
I actually.
Why do you think I think that?
I would have thought that. I mean,
I did.
Ow.
you look sharp.
Ow,
I know.
that teen. Ow, hella with the burns today. Ow.
I know.
Damn.
First me, now him.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
pull out a yellow card.
We get spicy in here
I
early.
mean, okay.
Nice to have somebody else.
You know,
you
I
can
don't
hurt.
like white men, right?
know.
So there's that. No offense to any white men here,
Son of a bitch.
but and you
I did not know
do.
this.
You
I
didn't know
did not
that,
know this.
right?
I
Okay,
was
no
just-
offense to the white men.
Why keep speaking
But
truth?
you know,
Come on,
I have.
sister.
Yeah, it's racist. I know. You're very lovely and all, but this is not foreplay. Just let you know.
What is happening here?
Hella.
It went off the rails early, baby.
So, I don't know
Everyone
who
knows
the
it.
hell
Anyone who
said.
follows my
I don't know
channel
who the hell
and knows
said-
me knows that this is a thing, right? It's a
Yeah.
meme of mine. Like, it's a hella meme that if you try and crack onto me, I'll just be like, you're too white. Sorry.
Well,
Right, Dali?
yes, for me.
No, it's everyone.
Okay. Heinz, you and me are bros now.
That's good to know. But yeah, but
Sorry to
hopefully-
interrupt your introduction. Do go on.
no, you're fine.
I think this has been the best introductions ever. It's flowing so well.
And here I am trying to regain composure. I don't know. But I go by the name of Heinz. And I have my own channel called Dr. Heinz. Don't bother with the last name. I can't even say it myself. So, but it just means investigate in English. So you can find me there, Dr. Heinz Ermitteln. All I basically talk about is
Ermitteln?
basically Ermitteln, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Well, I googled that after, like, trying to get the pronunciation of my name. I'm like, I'm just gonna call him Dr. Heinz. I'm gonna fuck that all to hell. So I'm glad. Okay.
That was, believe it or not, that was actually the reason why I called it that, because Doofenshmirtz was my Twitter name, and I was just trolling Dr. Spiegel from Deadly Hurt. So, but Doofenshmirtz is it's obviously taken, and I can't name my channel after Doofenshmirtz. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna call it Dr. Heinz because it's taken and it's just too generic. So let me just put this name that no one can pronounce, and then you have to pronounce Dr. Heinz. So it just worked out like that.
Perfect,
But yeah,
actually.
I normally just do video essays on trials that I've watched on one channel. My second channel, Ketchup Core, is where I do a lot of these live streams and trial watch, etc. So I have a lot of cases that I wanna put out, but and a lot of videos I wanna edit and put out. So there's a lot of work coming on there. But I am very happy that you have invited me here. So
Oh,
I
dude.
appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you coming on here, brother, for sure,
Sean,
man. All you
yeah.
guys. We got Sean in the house also just rolling through
guys.
the door. What's up,
Hey,
dude?
Sean.
Hey.
Sean's
Hello.
here. And by the way, just before anything else, Unsung Heroes chat, Sean has to read it.
Oh, are we
Sorry,
live right
Dali,
now,
I'm
or
just
have you guys
sizing
been
this
going?
up real quick.
No worries.
Awesome.
Yes,
Hey,
we're
Sean,
alive.
dude, welcome in here, man.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just doing
Yeah,
introductions,
interesting.
brother.
Interesting 24 hours.
Dude, it's been crazy.
Milo. Yeah,
Why did something happen?
just a little thing.
Banner.
Oh, that.
Bam.
Yeah.
Just fixing that banner. Bam. There we go. Got you in here, man. Hell yeah. And then we also have potentially criminals showing up right literally as I was about to go to him. What's up, dude?
Not much, guys.
Yeah,
It's been
if you're not
fun.
following him, you definitely should be. He is a defense attorney that is still active and a badass.
Yeah,
and
still
honest.
practicing.
Boom. I'm putting your link right there as well, sir. I appreciate you being here too, man.
Of course.
So,
So
yeah,
I'm here, I had
holy
a-
shit. Like,
Unhung had a. Oh wow.
What?
Yeah, that's an interesting video somebody's making that it was a wrong dismissal. I'm like, I don't know.
Ooh.
is that what Hella was
pretty
talking about?
Okay, I want to talk about that
No,
actually.
go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so our good friend Andrew Branca is you're talking about that, aren't you? Sean?
What's that?
Is you're talking about Branca's video?
Yeah, it's just like, man, like the Brady is a hard the Sixth Amendment is a hard and fast rule.
Yep.
And yes, I see Unhung Heroes super chat.
Yes.
I'd open up YouTube here.
Do you mind bringing it up
Yes.
if you can? Unsung Hero Super
Oh, yeah.
Chat.
Let me get that up.
Unhung, not unsung.
Unhung. Sorry. Here we go.
Me. Oh, I'm gonna come.
What the fuck?
Do not come. Do not
Don't
come.
come. Don't come. Ah,
Sorry, it's just a bit of an in joke there.
yeah.
Yeah, so Andrew Branca has come along and he's absolutely entitled to his opinion. He says that the evidence presented in court was not Brady. It wasn't exculpatory.
Well, the ultimate issue with that is
It's up to the defense. to
it's
decide.
up to Alec Baldwin's team to figure out how to do that. The other great thing is, well, these rounds were clearly different, but you're also seeing the rounds that were different.
Yeah.
It also doesn't help the state got caught repeatedly dicking around with the rules and discovery prior to this hearing, prior to the trial. You heard them talk about the two reports from the experts, the Lucian Haig and his son, the guys who examined the gun the first time around. They actually made 3 reports. And in one of the reports, he actually wrote down, hey, there are marks on here that don't make any sense, are not marks from the factory. Now, later on, when they had their big, massive, 8-hour pretrial session over this, the guy clarified, once I spoke to the FBI dude, it dissuaded all of my fears. But that's still a prior inconsistent statement Alec Baldwin team could use.
Mhm.
Those were never released. Hannah Reed never got those.
That too.
So Hannah Reed could probably get a new trial regardless. But now that there is other ammunition kicking around, it does give Hannah Reed the ability to say, well, Seth, where did this come from? Who had these? And now, when that lady Popple is saying, "Well, I examined we looked at all the bullets." Well, a couple of rounds now look like dummies. How many of those dummies were live? They didn't test all of them. So was there stuff floating around set with Seth Kenny? I mean, the idea is, was it guaranteed to win? No, that's not the standard. Is could I have used that to mount a defense? Could I have thrown it another way a jury might have believed? Yes. And the judge was just done. She was done with their nonsense. Yeah. And the sad thing is, this is the rare exception. Most judges in America would not do this at trial. I've had this happen at trial, and they're like, okay, well, prosecutor can't bring it in. And that's the rule. Or it happens anyway, and the appeals court says, yeah, you know what? But it's harmless error. Your guy's guilty anyway. Don't care. So I'm glad she did the right thing. She did the thing most judges are too scared to do.
Yeah, honestly, you could kind of feel the vibe yesterday.
I'm sorry, that was all a big rant. My bad.
Nah, dude, you're good, man. That's what we're here for. But yesterday, as this was like leading up, I remember making tons of posts like, this looks like it might actually happen. I didn't think it would, but as you kind of got closer, you could see, dude, that judge was fucking pissed, dude. And I was getting pleasure out of it because I fucking did not like Morrissey from the get-go. Like, I just hated her attitude. I mean, I hated the way she was coming at the... Like, I watched the Hannah trial, too, and she was pretty aggressive with Bowles, but he didn't handle it smartly at all.
Bowles was very incompetent was his issue.
Yeah, dude. Like, Spyro kind of let her play herself. Like...
Yeah. And I will say, I didn't get to see the beginning until this morning when the judge is examining things by hand.
Oh, yeah.
Like when she walked down off the bench. That all happened before I was in court. I got home, and that was when they started interviewing all the witnesses on the stand. So if I had seen that in person, I would have told you guys it's over. Pack your bags. Trial's over. I mean, that is, there's no, like, once she did that and she's looking at him, and then she's like, jury, go home. I'd have told you right then and there, boom, done. It's over. It's just a question of
because you started streaming halfway through the day, right?
Yeah, so, I didn't get home until after all that happened. I'm like, if I had seen it play out that way, though.
Yeah.
So, and for what was the one lady's name? Orlinda Johnson quitting when all this started rolling.
That.
So you have that happen, and then you have, as the day continued, you really have Carrie Morrissey willing to bring this lie into testimony, like as a witness. Like, how shitty and crazy is that? Like, she just continued with this charade, honestly. Like,
how many times did she watch Glengarry Glen Rose? I mean, she was always selling. I mean, I love her as a method actress, but
see, I actually made a Glengarry Glen Ross joke after the first day, and Alec Baldwin's sitting like this, and he's like, "Ah." You know, when you're accused of killing someone, you don't want to look like your default mode is, "Oh, I don't give a fuck what's happening here." Just like Alex said in Glengarry Glen Ross, AIDA, your attention. Do I have your attention? You might be going to prison. Are you interested? Yes, because it's 18 months. Decision. Like Alex says, it's fuck or walk time. And then action. What are you going to do? You're going to sit up in that chair and pay attention. And notice by day 3, he's like, boo, 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 boo. He's writing notes and very attentive.
Drinking coffee.
Yes.
Chugging coffee.
Well, I mean, he's 66. He's going to take the old guy pee breaks. That happens.
Listen, Hilaria told him she was going for twins next time, or... And he was like, okay, we're done. I will pay attention. I will be a good boy.
He started crying because he's like, I have to go back home now. He's like, I was looking forward to the break.
Hilaria's like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to ignore this text from Harrison Ford now.
Yeah. He's telling the pool boy, no, move your crap out.
The pool boy.
So I made a pretty controversial post. I think this was July the 11th, so 2 days ago. And it went pretty crazy. And there's some stuff that's come up through this post that I kind of want to show you guys, because I know there's a lot of different opinions on this. So let me get the chat off there. Boom. So let me get this. I'm going to shrink myself just slightly. Boom. So I made this post. Alec Baldwin should not have to check the gun on set for live rounds. That is not his job. And of course, I got a lot of flack for that. Hold on. Shit. Hold on 1 sec. My bad. I got to get Sean over here. Take 2 seconds. Copy. Paste you right there. Let me get you right here. Sorry about that. But some posts ended up, or some people, it went pretty wild, but one person in particular came on here, and I think it's very interesting, and I want to show this. So a lot of debating started happening here, and this individual right here, and I'm hoping I'm saying his name correctly, Elias Tofexis. He's an actor. Also went and looked him up. He has an IMDb. He's been in a lot of shit. He's legit. On his actual Twitter, he has 39K people. He says, I have fired multiple guns at multiple actors. I'm very careful and respectful, but it always comes down to 100% trust that I have handed a gun with blanks and not live rounds. This tragedy is not directly Baldwin's fault. And I want to show this too real quick. I have a question. This is from someone named Dr. Unicorn. If I may, someone is telling me that actors are, by rule/law, required to check the safety of a weapon. Is there such a rule in your experience, and are actors required to verify themselves to the safety of a weapon? I'm arguing that's the job of the armorer.
There's actually like no laws. It's just who has a duty of care.
And
so it's just like there's no law that says if you're a lifeguard, you have to go out and save people. It's just you're presumed to have a duty of care in your position. So the armorer has a duty of care. But the one thing is still, and I use this as an example. I think, Kelly, you were on. Heinz, you live in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? You know the Red Arrows, the flight team.
Yeah.
Okay, so in America we have what are called the Blue Angels, and they do this thing where they fly at each other and then they go like this. And they go sideways. They pass each other. And people think like it's made to look like they're about like almost touching each other. When in reality, if you were looking at it from above, they're like 100 yards apart. Okay? But it's an optical illusion when you're standing really far away in an air show. Oh my gosh, that was scary. In movies, at theater, and film, it's all optical illusions. You don't actually go like this with the person.
Yeah.
If I point the gun this way, if you're watching over here, it looks like I'm pointing it at you. So this, like, you don't point guns at people. SAG says that. You don't point guns at people. So, yeah, Alec Baldwin still bears responsibility. It's just the state screwed this up so bad. I mean, like if I walked on a movie set and you're pointing guns at me, I'm not
gun
doing
at
it.
someone. That makes
Well,
no sense.
there are
It's
situations
because it's a
where
floppy industry standard. They get away with it, and they got away with it forever. I guarantee you nowadays, though, if you're on a movie set, they're gonna say, "Don't point guns at me."
Oh, dude, I bet there's going to be a new rule probably named after
Well, there should
Baldwin.
be.
Yeah,
There should be.
safety rules are written in blood, sadly.
Well, exactly. And what you said, Sean, about how there's no laws about this, there should goddamn be some laws about
Well, I don't
this.
think there should be a law. We don't need more laws. It's just
No.
whoever somebody has responsibility, they're the culpable party. We don't need more laws. The laws we have are good
No.
enough. We have manslaughter. We have murder. People have duties of care. I mean,
Yep.
we don't need to make a special law for every person and every type of job.
Well,
go
it's
ahead,
interesting though that this person that you brought up there, Steve, like that that tweet that you brought up, he has a vested interest to say that it wasn't Alec Baldwin's responsibility. He's an actor.
That's a good point.
So, of course, he doesn't want it to be the actor's responsibility. Now,
I would hope
he
he's
went
being
and
honest,
said-
though. I mean, if he's being honest, then
Yeah.
that's shining a light on that this is not the norm at all. Like, he should not hold any responsibility. But I hear you, though.
Yeah, okay. But then he goes and says, I've always been very careful, etc. Well, what's being careful? Is being careful, apparently you can tell whether or not these things are live. They rattle, don't they?
Usually, yeah.
They're supposed
Yeah.
to.
Well, he was told he was handed a cold gun, which there should
Yeah.
be 0 inside of that thing. I mean,
Well, isn't it possible
Would
to
you know
check
the
though
difference?
yourself?
Would you know the difference unless you are familiar with firearms? This brings up the fact that these are adult pretenders.
Well-
Liam Neeson, probably isn't John Wick outside of, like
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves. I doubt that he's done the training or could
Well,
spot the
Keanu Reeves
difference.
actually does a lot of gun handling and shooting
Well,
on his own.
Keanu could, but Alec
Yes,
Baldwin,
but a lot of
no.
actors, yes, a lot of actors. I mean, even really, I mean,
That's
it's one thing. Like, let's say you take all the like Hannah was doing, taking all the gunpowder out of the cartridges. If you loaded those into a gun and gave it to me, I wouldn't be able to tell the weight difference.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all a matter of
Baldwin had training on the set
yeah, but
from Hannah. But
and he's
on
had
the
training
phone all
on
the time.
previous films.
That
Like
too.
he's went through
Yeah,
the
but
cowboy training.
that training goes in and out 1 year, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if you've seen, and you know, they threw the producer part out, but you know what you wouldn't be able to see. But anybody that did see that footage of how he acted on set, you know, he was pretty erratic. I mean, he was absolutely pushy and trying to get it done as quick as possible. Like that definitely was not good at all.
Sorry, Heinz, you're going to say something.
This is kind of an unpopular take, but I don't think he bears any responsibility. I mean, irrespective of the trainings he has been through, or like, you know, Baldwin, etc., I don't think of that aspect, because when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it from, I've never held a gun before. I'm from a country that has never ever, you know, had guns. I you know,
Sure.
but I used to be in fear. So imagine if I did stick out in that career path and then this happens with me. I don't feel like I should be responsible for checking this weapon, even if I have had training or had, you know, experience handling these things. I am still not the person. Like, my job is to be in character. It's not to worry about what prop I'm given to perform with. Like, I really believe that that's what it comes down to, because as you said earlier, Sean, in regards with the lifeguard and the duty of care, that is very that actually does mean something in the context of, you know, actors, because like I said with PubliclyBuzzed off screen from here, what is it? Damn, I literally just forgot. But damn, what was it? That when an actor goes up to do whatever he has to do. Yeah, like
he's in character.
He has to perform. However, if you expect him to, or her to, be able to like look through the gun before using it, that kind of defeats the purpose of him being there. He is not the one, like, in my opinion, he's not the one that is supposed to be worried about that. The crew is. Like, they're the ones that bring through all the props into set. They're the ones that serve the set. Like, that's not his job. Like, it's like a stuntman. Why would an actor be responsible for a stuntman doing his stunts? Like, does that extend to him that as well? That's where I'm coming from personally. I don't think Alec Baldwin, regardless, he should not have been on the hook for this at all.
That's where I'm at too, actually. I think at that moment he's an actor. He's being handed something. He's in the moment. Like, I don't think that they should. And I think this. I own a gun. I practice gun safety. A gun being used on a movie set. This was a horrible situation, but this was so outside of the norm. On a movie set, the same rules of a gun do not apply. I do not think that. Like, this went through an armorer, and in this situation, through the first, you know, assistant. But you can't trust the actor to even check that. I think that would be crazy. Like, who's to say that he knows how to properly tell to begin with, right?
I'm not telling him to check it, but I mean, they were going to bring it up that even SAG says don't point the gun at people. You know,
but if they are doing a shot and pointing that gun into the camera, they want that shot down the barrel. So they're that's going to be happening.
And you know what? They use remote cameras. They do different things for that. There's a reason why. I mean, think about it, Steve. There's a reason why you don't point a gun at somebody, right? Because you know, in Heinz, there's 4 rules to guns. All guns are always loaded. You never put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Why? I know, but you probably don't deal with those over there.
No, we don't. So I appreciate it.
You don't point at anything you don't want to destroy.
That's what I was laughing.
Yeah, you don't point anything you don't want to destroy. And then the last one, this one doesn't really matter here. You're aware of what's behind your target and beyond it, because if you miss, you don't want to hit the wrong thing. But if I point a gun at you and I pull a trigger, now it's one thing. And Steve, I'll do this real quick so you don't get burned. If it's this, that's not going to hurt you. I know that's not going to hurt you. I'll point that at you all day long. But if it's like a real one that's sitting next to me here on my desk, I'm not going to point that at you, and I'm not going to pull the trigger, because the number one reason in America when there's an accidental shooting, somebody wasn't intended to be shot, kids screwing around, people at a party, people, almost everything is, I didn't know it was loaded. There's a reason why you don't point a real gun at somebody. Are you sure it's loaded? And here's the bigger thing, and I made this argument. Alec Baldwin's making a bet. He's betting Helena Hutchins' life the gun's not loaded. He's not betting his own life. He's betting your life that it's not loaded. And are you willing to let somebody make that wager for you? Because it's like you're sitting at the poker table and I reach over and I push your pile of chips into the middle. That's the problem. And it's like, oh, sure, it's a 1 in a million odd. It's astronomical this ever happening. But it happened. Yeah, it did happen. And it's easy. It was easy enough to avoid by him not going like this. Him going like this and going. Or if him being cognizant enough to know to not go like this.
Yeah.
So that's why I do think there are some rules there. And I think you're going to be, I'm very hard pressed to argue that industry standards are going to override your legal culpability like that, to that level.
100%. And you know what? There are people in chat pointing out right now that it wasn't even goddamn filmed, right? This was like a rehearsal, for goodness sake. Like, this wasn't even, people are arguing that, okay, well, you want to get the right shot, you want to get it down the barrel, you want to make it look realistic. It was a rehearsal.
Well, I will say,
but you have to do things like blocking and preparing. So you have to prepare shots. You have to do all of that. You have to get it right. Does it fit on screen? So I get the idea that he's going to be handling it, but Alec Baldwin's poor gun handling is an issue because we see him every time. Every time he pulled the gun out and was bobbling it, he had it cocked and he had his finger in the trigger guard. So
it looks horrible. Yeah, him pointing people around with the gun in those scenes.
Well, yes, there were those parts where he's laying on the ground. He's
I'm not defending that.
You and you, we're going to go that way. It's
I'm not defending that whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm pointing out that what he was saying before
Gutierrez-Reed and things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying what he was doing at the time it went out, at the time he shot Helena Hutchins was fine. That they were working on preparing the shoot. That they were preparing the scene to get ready for filming. That's okay. He's allowed to have the gun out. He's allowed to pose for the camera. Hey, Helena, do you want me like this? Do you want me like that? Do you want me scratching my butt with it? What works for the camera here? That's totally cool. I get that. That's not my problem. My problem is he's pointing it right at her. And obviously he wasn't paying attention. He's all worried about being in actor mode. And, he's looking at the camera and he doesn't realize this is pointed at somebody.
Sean, with everything that you just said, it made me, it's coming to my head now. The message from SAG, that must have been a PR message, because everything that you're describing is standard. It is what goes on the set. I don't think
you think SAG kind of came out with this afterwards? I think it was from what was going to be introduced at trial was a pre-existing SAG bulletin saying don't point guns at people, especially if they're not fake.
Yeah,
probably right after The Crow.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, how you have that rule that everyone don't do it but at the same time you're just doing it because that the inspectors are gonna come in one day and you just want to seem like you're up to code, but really and truly that you're not going to have live rounds in there, and that these dummy rounds cannot kill it probably can kill an ant, but he can't kill a human being.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So when you look at things like that, you really the first thing that came into my head with all this trial was, how did and I don't know this because last night I went to bed early, so I don't know what was going on with all of the the arguments that even led up to the mistrial, how did a live round actually end up on set? Because whoever brought it on set, technically, that's when the person with the duty, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, that's when the person with the duty of care, it falls under, because they're supposed to be checking that. So who actually I actually don't know this part. So who actually did bring the live rounds?
We
on
have
set?
theories, but
there's multiple theories now, and this idea that they found extra ammunition is a bit of a concern, but the idea, it sounds like, they needed extra dummy rounds and they didn't have the money to go buy them, so instead Hannah took apart live rounds of ammunition. And you use this type of thing here. It's called a bullet puller
or extractor or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You take a bullet.
What is that?
It's called a bullet puller. It's called a kinetic puller.
It removes the.
I am learning
bullet
so much,
from the
guys.
case.
Yeah.
So
This
dirty.
is
So you
this
take a
is
bullet.
like,
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck that
it's
is.
a reloading tool. You take a bullet,
Oh,
and there's a
cool.
little collar that it fits into, and you put it right here. Bullet side down. You screw
That's
this
right, you got
on,
one.
and you take it, and you normally, you find, if I'm in the garage, I'll just reach down and thwack on the concrete, and it's a kinetic puller, so that the bullet comes flying out of the casing, because you can't just pull the bullet out; it's pressed in there.
And you'll.
Well, the
screw
bullet comes out, and the powder comes out. At that point, Hannah could take it all apart. She can then, I don't know how she was pressing the bullet back in, but at that point, when you're not actually trying to shoot a gun, you can kind of, you can make it a horribly assembled round, because it's not going to hurt anybody. But at that point, she removes the primer, puts the bullet back in the casing, and now she's got a dummy round. Well, she had a pile of live rounds and a pile of dummy rounds. And when you have them sitting next to each other, I think that's what happened.
And she was.
I mean, I could see
also-
that.
There
Yeah.
were reports of her getting really drunk on the weekends, doing
Mhm.
coke.
She was
She
doing
was
a lot of
hungover, or
weed.
she had a migraine and was late for set one morning.
Yeah.
Showed
But
up in
also,
the afternoon.
even if those didn't happen, just the law of averages.
Yeah.
Like if you're sitting there doing that if you're sitting there at your table, Heinz, doing it, what are the odds
50
of
rounds.
you messing up and accidentally putting a real one in there? Really high, really, really, really high.
Really high.
So, and that happened because when Alec Baldwin, they investigated what was on him, he had 3 more live rounds of ammunition in his bandoliers.
And I believe Jensen Ackles had 2.
Yeah.
That's scary. It's so
Yeah.
scary to think about that. Yeah, he had it like in his
There was
belt, right?
Other live round.
Yeah.
That's so fucking
And the other
crazy.
guys involved, Hannah got the ammunition from her dad, I believe. That's how she ended up with all of it.
And
Seth Kenny, he had ammunition. This Troy Teskey guy had ammunition. Like every
Troy
Seth Kenny
Seth
seems so
Kenny.
unorganized. You know, like
Troy Teskey had Thel Reed's 45 long Colts.
Mhm.
That was in the Seth Kenny interrogation. He was holding them for Thel Reed.
Yeah.
So that's how they were trying to link them up.
Yeah, and
We
we
were
don't
watching
know
this
how it all
yesterday.
came. And Heinz, like I said, I agree with you. Hannah Reed is ultimately responsible. Like, had she done her job, none of this would happen. But I would also argue that had Alec Baldwin exercised a bit of care himself,
thanks, Julie.
And
You
David
know,
Hall.
it's kind of like if everybody, well, even David Hall, but remember, that's why when disasters happen, everybody messes up usually. And a lot of times, if you ever read about like airplane disasters, everything goes wrong at once, but sometimes something in the middle of it happened and it doesn't break.
Yeah.
You know, or some mechanic A actually tightened the bolt down all the way. And everything else might have broken or stopped, but it stops like right before a disaster. So everybody failed, and that led to a disaster. And that's like, because if Alec had not put his finger on the trigger, we would never ever have heard of this.
Or if he had just dry fired into the ground.
Well, yeah, but let's just say Alec Baldwin never
okay.
put his finger on the trigger.
Hmm.
This never would have happened.
Didn't he
If
say
Dave
he
Halls would
didn't?
have checked the gun, what?
He said he didn't
Didn't
put his
he?
finger on.
Well, he
on the
says he
trigger.
didn't, but
Yeah.
One
Gun
thing
is
I
only
found
just
today
law.
was I know you guys might remember this from the trials. Spyro pulled up, but it was actually in the script to cock the hammer back. Did you guys see that brought up?
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. I thought so. Like,
Which is interesting because in Hannah's trial they said that wasn't the case. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
These 2 trials have been everyone trying to cover their arse, in my opinion. Because
Yeah,
percent.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all cover your
Yeah.
ass mode. The text between all of them, they all have different sides, and they're all like
Yeah.
trying to find
Yes.
blame each other, go to the police.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah. Also on the plus side, whoever made that comment, Morrissey is a special prosecutor, meaning she was
She can't be
appointed. So right now she's back to being a regular person. So
Ricky in the house.
she's a regular attorney now, which is good news.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Do you think Morrissey's done? Like, you think her career's finished, Sean? After this?
No, I mean, not really, because she's a very. Before this, she had done some like really high-profile criminal defense work.
Dean
She's
Cummings.
a very.
Everyone was telling me how awesome she was, and I can agree that she's a badass and she knows what she's doing. But man, I can't get away from her fucking attitude.
I mean, well, yeah, I mean,
She is
sure,
very
it shows-
abrasive.
Yes, and you know that's not a good look. I'm sure people might think of her for that, but I mean, she'll move on from here, and
She's very competent. Well,
Yeah.
I was so disappointed in her yesterday, but because up until then I was a fan.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
In all the chats I was in, it was a pretty mixed bag. People either loved her or hated her. There was no middle. There was no, yeah, she's okay. It was either, oh, she's the best, because people either, I mean, you got to take another part into it. People fucking hate Alec Baldwin. You know what I mean? They either hate him for his politics or because he's a fucking dickhead. I mean, I don't particularly like Alec Baldwin. I was telling you guys this yesterday. I might have written it out to somebody, but the worst part about this to me is that I've been basically taken up for Alec Baldwin, and it makes it seem like I like the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care for Alec Baldwin, guys.
No.
it's just he happens to be the vehicle today that we're using.
Yeah.
It's like Chili
Yeah.
DeCastro, the sovereign citizen guy. I don't like him, but I was sweeping for him when he got his appeal that he won because he deserved it.
He won.
Yeah, man.
He was. I mean, you called it, Sean.
Heinz, you don't know who Chili is, and you're lucky. You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
He's our favorite
I'll
politician.
just let these things flow over my head. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all
You're
right.
better
called
off.
it.
Better off.
He didn't get an appeal. If it's lawful to have your appeal, it's lawful to have your appeal, whether you're a nice guy or not.
Yeah, the Taryn Dusty put it there that she loved his politics. That yesterday when
That was weird.
that was
funny.
crazy, dude. Like that entire part,
Baldwin.
That was
Dude.
somebody who is panicking and they're getting destroyed.
dude.
Yeah.
Like in real time, just trying to cover their ass, thinking of lies. They're just pouring out of her face. Like,
And what I would say is, this
did you
is
call him a
very-
cocksucker? I don't remember that.
Well, no,
I don't
no,
remember
this
saying
is
that.
this is actually a very when it's like, did you call him a cocksucker? Which interview?
so
Not that.
clips
No,
of
I've
this.
never
Which
done it.
Yeah, dude. No, she wouldn't say no on that one, right?
Yeah. Did you call him a smug prick? Well, which interview did I
You'd have
say
to
that
show
on?
me. You'd have to.
It's
It's
better
good
to
thing they didn't have
you can
me on
say I
the
don't
stand.
recall, because you know what? I don't know isn't a lie. But the idea is, I think she didn't realize at that point. Oh my God, people have recorded me, and they gave those recordings to Spiro, because I think she didn't realize, like, am I that big of an asshole? People record my conversations with them. And I think
She's
she
having
just
a little bit of
realized,
maybe of a wake up moment. She's like, what the?
She's like, oh my gosh, I'm the bad guy.
Like this all went to hell. Like,
But here's the thing, right? There is no way that Spiro has not called someone a cocksucker or an
Absolutely.
arrogant prick, right?
But
That-
Hella, it's different. It's
but
different
it's the
when you have a
prosecutor. It's the lady
prosecutor.
that's going after him,
Yeah.
right? Like,
It's just like
Yeah.
Karen Reed when they're talking about her being a whore and her leaky asshole.
Mm.
You can say a lot of things you want to say. I'm a defense attorney. I can call a case I got with the prosecutor. I can call him a cocksucker. I can call him whatever I want.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but this is. I'm glad that you just brought up Karen Reed, because
Yeah.
are prosecutors like this? Do they actually like see the people that they're about to put away like this? Like, do they
Sometimes.
actually?
sometimes.
Right.
Oh,
I
I've
can
I've,
imagine
well, I've
that
worked for
sometimes.
Heinz. I worked for, because we don't have a Crown Prosecution Service, but I worked in a county prosecutor's office, and I worked on a case where a guy was touching kids. I mean, I didn't look at him and just say, "Oh, he's the defendant, Bob." I mean, I was looking at him like, "Holy shit, this guy is a scumbag." And I was like, I did not have any remorse at the idea that he was doing a 35-year prison sentence right now. Like, he deserved it. And I mean, like, I didn't walk into court saying, "Hey, what's up, fuckface?" I said, "Your Honor, the defendant, criminalized the community, victimized multiple people. He should be held accountable." But sure, afterwards, I'm like, yeah, I said, good, fuck that guy.
Hey, Sean, for my Netflix, reenactments of your trials, can I use that line, though? It's the way it should have happened. Your Honor, he's a fuck face and he's gross
Yes.
and
Well,
we hate him.
That's why I don't tell you guys where I have
Got
trials.
the Boston accent as well.
I was asking Dina if you televise or show one of your trials.
No, I'm not telling.
Thanks, Laura.
I like voyeuring. I don't like being like the performer.
Ooh, King Talk. Brought
Well,
to
that's
you
what
on
we're doing,
Saturday.
guys. That's what we're engaging in, is
Before Jesus on
voyeurism,
Sunday.
basically. It's legal
Fair.
voyeurism.
Yeah.
I don't deny it. We're watching people at the worst day of their lives.
Yep.
True.
So
And there's some weird satisfaction to it also, man. You're watching
Yeah.
that shit yesterday.
we have a macabre fascination.
It's
as a society.
you can't look away. It's a fucking train wreck. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
There's a
yesterday
lot
was
about
Alec Baldwin
so
finally
interesting.
going to possibly Team America in a courtroom, and
Yes.
of course,
Well-
due process wins. So
Well, Mo, let's say it's not Alec Baldwin. It's Karen Reed, some nobody from Massachusetts.
no,
Yeah,
I
people were all about
absolutely
that.
look. Having to keep my morals and foundational ethics alive, and Alec Baldwin being innocent is a real
Oh, yes.
testing.
that's a lot.
That's a good
foundational.
thing. It's a good
I
thing.
know, but
Shows you got
it's
principles.
very difficult. I feel like we should all understand my sacrifice.
So is where the fuck does Alec Baldwin go? He's just gonna go back to making movies?
Yeah.
Kid,
It
So-
sounds like he doesn't.
They did
Really
finish Rust. Are they going to release Rust?
Probably now they will.
It's
Oh,
got a
God,
different
not
name.
this godforsaken movie.
He just got the most.
I want to
people
watch it.
in
I'm
years.
gonna watch it. Like
Oh, I'll have to watch.
I was gonna
it
tell
now.
people on StreamYard, we'll like
The only-
Irma and locals will sail the high
yeah.
seas on it. I'm not gonna pay for it.
Oh yeah, dude. That'd be one that'd be
That's
worth
so-
the pirate, right? Like,
I really hope they. I mean, I
Look at
hope
it
they
here.
at least change the guy's last name, because that was the worst Western movie ever.
Well,
I thought.
apparently they finished filming it in Montana,
Yeah.
Yes.
so
And with no-
it won't
Well,
have
it's
the
the
same
same.
scenery.
A lot of
They're
it'll
not
look
going to
the
use
same.
the same footage.
Jake Busey's in it. Whoa.
I think they.
Holy
this,
God!
this is a
There's
low budget film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, if there's a
Harlan Rust.
Busey,
Dude, most of the cast was sleeping in like a homeless hotel.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I mean, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Like, it was just like a
They were in a hostel.
really, yeah,
Okay,
a hostel.
so
like,
wait,
it was.
Dali, they were doing a remake of not only Hostel but Rust. I mean, wait, you know what, Alec Baldwin? I thought you were a
Oh,
moron,
it is called Rust.
but I see,
Yeah,
I
no,
see
it's-
where you
yeah.
were going now.
Harlan Russ is being chased by the spray paint and sandpaper gang. They're gonna wipe him out.
Like, I feel that's okay. I wasn't making that up. They did say they were going to change the name, and
I
that
could still
was-
see them changing it, honestly.
No, I
mean,
think they're gonna do it because people will
need it.
watch it just to see.
just
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah, so
name.
I think,
Yeah.
I think
You're
that's
right,
what-
probably. You know what? Yeah, you're probably right, dude.
to
They have
customize
to.
I
it.
mean,
They-
everybody here, hands up. Who would not watch it just to see it? You know it's gonna suck, but you're gonna want
Oh,
to
yeah.
just. See
I'm
how
definitely
bad it
watching
is.
it. Yeah, this is
Like,
going
a
to be
lady
played on
dies in
Kick on a
this
Phil
movie.
Friday, probably.
I
Yeah.
I am Mystery Science Theatering this to hell.
Yes,
And-
yes. That's the best,
So-
man.
The irony is, this is a
And I
movie.
think that, like, if they did change the name, it would get nowhere near the views. So
Yeah.
Well,
I kinda
isn't
think
some
that
of the
they're writing on
These-
this. It's a bit rude.
civil settlement contingent
Yes.
on points behind the movie, which, Alec,
That's what the
just a
husband
little
got.
bit of less grossness. Like, look,
Mhm.
I'm sorry you're bereaved widowshipness, but we still need to get this movie out so you can get some points on the back end.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because the husband got made an executive producer, and he gets a couple of points of the movie on the end of it. So, yes, her husband gets, money out of it if it sells well.
Okay,
Plus
y'all,
Canada
do we
for
think they
latest
put the
points.
little, like, thanks for filming and, RIP with a Sarah McLachlan at the end on
No,
the
but do you
credits
think
for
they
her?
say no animals were harmed in this filming of this movie?
What?
No
We only
cinematographers
lost
were
one
harmed in the
film
making of this
member.
movie.
Wow. They're gonna have to do something like that. I'd imagine there would be some kind of like.
Oh my God, if they make Alec Baldwin do one of those little PSAs at the beginning, kids,
Wow.
this didn't work out well for
No.
me, but,
No.
Well, it did work
Let's
out well
talk about
for
gun
him
safety, kids.
at the end of the day.
yeah.
Also, with the civil suit,
Mhm.
did I hear that it's already settled?
It's being your
A
shadow.
bunch of them are. The husband already settled out, but the guy who looks like Walter White, the camera guy. His lawsuit's still going. No, he really does.
No, he does. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he looks like
Yeah.
Walter White with the red beard.
Yeah.
And there's
I
a
don't
couple
know who
other
Walter
people.
White
The
is.
medic lady sued. The medic lady who didn't actually have like tactical medical equipment with her.
Of course. She did.
Okay.
You know, she could patch up a boo boo and that was about it.
Brian Carpenter.
Brian Carpenter suing?
No, that's the Walter White guy.
No. Ross
No?
Adiago's the Walter White guy.
Is he?
The camera grip guy, the guy who was in there when it happened.
Yeah.
The Dali grip.
Yeah, the dolly grip. He'd
Dali
be like,
Gorilla
wow, I
Grip.
get one of those. Well, if he's gripping like that, hell, that's not right.
Yeah, they're gonna have to release the movie just to pay all these civil lawsuits.
Yeah,
Alex like, man, I need a little bit of this back end here. We'll put some money into this.
yeah.
My
He's gonna
dog's
be like
trying to get
Robert
in
De
the
Niro
show.
making crappy movies forever now. And Nick Cage.
hey, I mean, you know,
Well,
the
Nick Cage
entire
has IRS
Left Behind,
problems.
Oh.
the entire Left Behind series wouldn't have done it without, you know, Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah,
he
you're
did.
right.
You mean the National Treasure, right?
A
No,
little
that
bit.
was
Left
actually
Behind.
that was
Left Behind
actually
is a
better than Left
Christian
Behind.
Yeah,
where
he's in it?
everyone went to Rapture. Yeah, for some
He is?
reason.
What? Well, no, because Nick Cage needs money because Nick Cage owes the IRS a ton of money.
Shocking.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why he has
but
to keep
can't
making all
we
those
get-
movies.
And Robert
Can't
De
we get him
Niro's
and
wife
Wesley
spends.
Snipes to...
There's been a couple of the Nick Cage ones I've liked, but he
Yeah,
makes
and Robert
like
De Niro's wife spends all his money, so he has to keep making shitty movies. Like
That's
he
why
got
he's
caught
so
up
upset.
yelling that at her.
What? Did
They
he
get
marry
trapped.
Amber Heard?
What's that?
He marry Amber Heard?
No, his wife is like.
Just kidding.
No, she's worse because she spends it all like on and donates it and does all kinds of weird shit.
Ugh, one of those.
Yeah.
How is
Well, I
that
guess it's
worse
better
than
than Amber
Amber Heard? That sounds like heaven compared to Amber Heard.
I know.
one of the weirdest things for the
Amber Heard, you
That's
have, to
that
constantly,
Heinz on Amber Heard.
you have to constantly replace your mattress.
I didn't know Nick Cage is in that though. That's interesting.
one of the
Stuck in the past, man.
weirdest talking about actors. One of the weirdest parts about the entire trial was fucking I couldn't get my focus off of Stephen Baldwin back there looking weird as shit.
Hey, he was
Yeah,
just
he's got
proud
the-
he's
he's
the
got
cool
his-
Baldwin now.
I love he's got the deaf people headset on. He's like this the
Dude,
whole time.
Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Yeah. Well, he's got this
Sean-
on like he's hunting for submarines.
Yeah.
It's like
Isn't
a Red
his
October
daughter
callback.
married to
He's like,
Justin Bieber? He
"Drop
he
the
prays for
charges."
deafness
He
daily.
picks-
Was he an extra in the Hunt for the Red October?
I don't know what the fuck he
And
picked up out of the
Beetlejuice.
floor yesterday, dude. He bends down, picks something up out of the floor, and just sticks it in his mouth and starts looking around.
Cocaine.
Anybody see
Hey,
that?
Biodome
No.
2 really, really shook him as
Oh,
a
maybe that's
person.
where
okay?
Hannah dropped her cocaine.
He's like, oh
See,
shit.
Heinz, imagine what you're missing out on in England where these trials aren't televised.
I know.
Ah, our ones. We've got
Be all
mad
kinds of fun
trials here.
stuff.
Mad
I'm gonna get
trials
the
here.
strays. I'm getting all the strays tonight, boy. I'm getting all the strays.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This has been something though. Actually, speaking of Biodome, we watched that last night on Kick, and
Oh.
it didn't hold up. I went in going, this is one of my favorite movies. I remember I hadn't seen it in probably 20 years, and it didn't hold up.
Didn't hold up to
I like Pauly
environmentalism.
Shore, but it did, dude. It was fucking weird. Like, I mean, we got through it, and then some people in chat wanted to finish it, so we got through it. But
Jury Duty holds up.
I like Encino Man's my favorite Shore movie.
Encino
Yeah,
Man,
uh,
that's still okay.
Son-in-law. The son-in-law.
Son-in-law's fun too.
Best.
I did not like Son-in-Law.
And I think In the Army Now is kind of like his when he was basically dying. Like that was his last little. I think it's 97-ish. Like he didn't go too much further past
Well,
that.
that one didn't work in light of like, WMDs and the global war on terror,
Before we wrap up,
bombing
can
guys
I
on
just,
mopeds.
can I
Dude,
bring
it was
up a
rough,
little
Tiff.
theory that I have? I think that someone should be still investigated, and that is Seth Kenny. I am
I agree with that.
really sus on
Shit, you
Seth
gotta
Kenny.
chill out.
I think that Seth Kenny
Mm-hmm.
actually set up this Teskey guy to come in and deflect from himself, right? So
Very
Seth
possible.
Seth Kenny had a month to clear up any live ammo that was in his warehouse, right? And
Just die.
we were looking at the interrogation yesterday, and he was so cozied up to Hancock.
Where's Hancock?
Yep, he was so cozied up to her, and they were really just chatting and giggling in that interrogation room. He gets on the phone to Teskey, and one of his words that he says was, "Oh, we've just got a dead 42-year-old," like that.
He's trying to get some of Thel's ammo.
Yeah, so he gets him to bring down Thel's ammo, right?
Later, that's a
and yeah, and that is the piece of evidence that actually gets Baldwin off, right? So this is the evidence that gets excluded. Now, who's to say that there wasn't live ammo in Seth Kenny's warehouse, right? Who's to say he's not the one who had the live ammo all along? Now, he was flirting with law enforcement. He was acting all cool, like there was nothing that he had to do with it. He actually used different terminology. Like when he was in that interrogation room, he was talking about ammunition, right? So he only provides dummies and blanks. But in the interrogation room, he was all like, oh, ammunition, ammunition. When he gets up onto the stand, he's like, oh, no, not ammunition, dummies and blanks, right? So I think that Seth Kenny is actually somewhat culpable for this. He could be absolutely the one who was negligent and provided lab ammo to that set. But he deflected and he got this Teskey guy to bring in the live ammo.
Do you think that they would actually? Do you think that they would actually investigate that?
They gave him a plea deal, so
now he's good. Like him and Dave Halls are just good.
Seth Kenny
No.
and
Seth Kenny didn't plea out.
No,
No,
not a
Seth
plea
Kenny.
deal. Sorry, but immunity.
Immunity. I didn't see anything that said like specifically got a grant, but either way, the problem is they spent all this time and they've gone down all these tracks.
It would
Like
look
it's
bad.
just the investigation's been so tainted and damaged.
That'd be
It's
like,
kind of like
just
Karen
sort of
Reed.
embarrassing, right? Like
If they all of a
Yeah,
sudden
I mean,
turn
we
around
could-
and say,
yeah.
"Oh, we're going to focus on the Alberts now," it's like, wait, you just went like all out and said it was Karen Reed.
went hard.
Well,
Spent millions
yeah.
of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
or
too
it's
late.
like
They can't
Delphi. If they
reroute.
Yeah, or
you know,
Delphi.
ever,
Yeah, you did all
you know,
this. Like
start looking
sometimes there's no going back,
in.
and that's the
No,
danger of going all out like that without making sure. Like that's why a real investigation, everybody goes slow at first. Like, okay, who is the target, and then you make sure that it's the target, and then you proceed on the target. Because when you run
Exactly. So-
ahead, like you're trouble now.
This guy, yeah, right. To our choice. Seth had a live round in his van when he showed up to the set in body cam. Yep.
Mhm.
Is that they just completely ignored this dude? Like when I say they ignored him, Hancock, she was kind of charmed by this guy. Like if you actually watch her interaction with him, she was flirting back with him. Like they were buddies. He buddied up with these cops, as in Hancock and Pop.
It was weird. I was watching that yesterday with you guys. It was weird.
Yeah, it was
Like
so
he's
strange.
making jokes with all of them and teasing Hancock and just kind of laughing with the other detectives.
They bought his line. They completely bought it, and he had, like you said, a month to clean up.
Okay, wait. So we're saying the M. Night Shyamalama, you like twist in this case is that
tweet.
well is that this guy's actually the best actor, the best adult pretender is not Alec Baldwin. Is this
Yeah.
dude that got himself the immunity?
It's the gun guy.
It's like he Kaiser Sosa'd his way out of there. He was all Nicholas, you know, or Kevin Spacey, you know, just like limping out, and then he started walking.
Mhm.
Yes, he did Kaiser Sose. Yes.
This is
Yeah.
the
To
most
be quite
amazing thing. Now I'm gonna have
fair-
to go back and watch him again.
I'm thinking about
Right,
doing a
figure
stream
out.
on this. I feel like it's Seth the dude. I feel
To
like
be
he's the
quite
dude.
fair though, when your life is on the line and you're definitely like, you know, you definitely did it. I mean, you will turn into the best acrobat, gymnast, runner, actor there is. Like, you know, so it probably is him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Dali is going to keep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got some more
Let's put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
some
Dolly,
more
have you
body
written
cam.
to Hannah saying it's okay, my sweet? You'll get another shot.
I should. Gotta see
I
that.
reckon
Hannah,
Seth
man.
right now is laughing about this.
Hannah was
And-
excited to get out for a day, and that's fucked.
I know.
Yeah, she didn't get out for a day.
God, do you know how bummed I am we don't get that testimony?
I know that would have been good.
I still think she pleads the fifth because she has no incentive to testify.
No, I don't know why.
I guarantee she shuts her mouth. She shows up with money in her bank account when she gets released.
Oh yeah.
Hancock is allergic to Seth's ween. Made her lips swell up huge. Wow, Julie, $4.99. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
I did, that is something
shit.
I have a problem with.
Hit you with the sound effect there.
The duck lips. I mean, she looks like she was always about to cry, and then when she realized she ruined the case, she really did like she was gonna cry.
Oh.
Well, she can go back to working at Hooters.
Yeah.
She literally worked there in high school.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and she told Hannah's.
That's not surprising,
attorney
but
and he's just like, "Ooh, really?
interesting.
Tell me more."
What?
Yeah, that shit
Oh
was
my
weird.
god! Somebody somebody shot a.
What?
Somebody shot at Trump?
What?
Is he okay?
And
Somebody
and
hit him in
you're
the ear.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm looking this up right now.
Like, here, hold on. I'll send you a link. Here, hold on.
Wait.
Um,
I thought it was happening outside your house. Oh, it's actually.
No.
Oh.
If Trump was right outside my house, I wouldn't be here hanging out with you guys.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Where's the? How do
Holy
I?
crapola. Okay.
Hold on. Here, share a
there-
screen. Here, I got a screen we can share. Ready? Check
Uh,
this out. He's like
How do you
bleeding.
say
hold
his
on, I
name?
can't do the
Everything.
share screen.
Oh.
So much
Wait, are
Send
we
me the
gonna have
link.
a Reagan
Twitter.
moment?
assassination attempts.
Yeah, there was shooting.
Jesus.
Oh,
He's bleeding from the ear. He got hit.
Okay, how are you
Put it on
guys
screen.
seeing it and
Bleeding
I'm
from the
not
ear?
seeing
Wait, Trump.
On
Yes.
Twitter. Go to
Oh.
Twitter, guys.
Holy
joking?
shit, dude, his fucking
Check that
face. What the fuck?
Hold
Hold on, let me get
on.
some sound here.
Rewind.
Holy shit. Hold on. I gotta get the sound up here. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh, they might actually careful with that. They might actually demonetize you
Hold on.
if you show blood and things like that.
Well-
Really
Nah,
graphic.
that's
Nah,
too
it's
far
all
away.
good. It's all good.
It's chocolate
Oh, yeah?
sauce,
Okay.
chat.
Nah, YouTube's insane.
Holy God.
That's a Secret Service detail, and that's what they're protecting them.
Trump
No.
wants
Their
to
job.
go back out.
He wants to fucking lift his fucking fist.
That is my president.
Holy God,
And
we
fucking
have a
flip it
Reagan
off,
moment.
bro!
President.
And that's
Well, I
how
would do that
Tom-
if
I
you
cannot
shot at me.
actually
Well,
believe this.
if you shot at me and I didn't die, I'd flip you off too. But I'd also.
Oh,
be
hell
Where's the
I'm on my
motherfucker that
own.
shot him? Did they just? Is there any other
Someone in the
footage?
crowd. Someone in the
I
crowd.
cannot actually believe this.
Holy shit, dude! This is fucking insane.
Somebody started
From the
shooting,
casino.
taking shots. Hold on here. If you go down
What
to,
the
Where's
fuck, dude?
Colin Rugg on Twitter.
Depository, sorry.
Here, if you want to, are you in my tab or no?
If you got
yeah,
something,
you've
send me
got
the
one
link
I've got
through
right here. Yeah, the right side
Twitter.
network line. Yeah.
President Trump?
Gun giver.
What the fuck, dude?
Damn.
Here we go.
Damn.
Holy.
Here's the fucking moment.
Something that said,
Fucking
take a look at what
strap,
happened.
I'm
kiddos.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Holy shit, dude! He just started firing. Like, is anybody in the
They
fucking
see
crowd
something that
okay?
said, take a look at what happened.
This
sorry,
is
buddy.
fucking insane, dude.
That's a pistol. Yep.
That can't
Okay,
be
where
like
was Alec Baldwin?
a proper bullet.
Holy
Not
fuck,
even
dude.
here, he'd be dead.
Sorry, guys. I was just somebody messaged me. And I'm
This
sorry.
is
They see
insane.
something
dude.
that
I thought they're
said,
being
take a look
assholes,
at what
and I'm like,
happened.
no way.
I can't even fucking believe this.
This isn't.
I can't believe his reaction, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, that is Reagan writing in on like. a
What the
T-Rex with a
fuck,
Uzi.
dude? They just made him the president. What the fuck just happened, dude?
That's
I
what.
was
What
about
the
to.
fuck?
They have guaranteed it now. They've literally guaranteed
Yeah.
his presidency. His presidency. Sorry, not
survived.
presidency.
Where's
Yeah.
Hobo?
Where is
Why-
Alec
Where's this
Baldwin?
hobo
I
from?
did.
This
That's
guy
what I
literally
said,
just jumped
Sean.
off a
Where is
fucking
Alec
hobo
Baldwin
train,
right
Go
dude.
2 for 2, chat.
This dude. What the fuck, bro?
That was a
I can't believe that.
move.
You know, that is some steel cojones. I sleep with Melania Trump. It kind of move right there.
Yeah.
See, Heinz, in
That was
England, they throw
totally
pies
fake.
at people. It's better. It's better. That's the worst thing it gets.
How could it be a stunt? He was shot in the
This
fucking
is not
face.
Like,
Yeah, it's not like he brought on Leonard Skinner.
You got a marksman that's out here?
This
That's
is
fucking
fake.
insane, dude.
It's like
Are
The
they
Sopranos
actually
with the
going to
gangster.
play?
He's like,
No
I want
way
you to
this
shoot
is
me
a
in the
stunt.
butt.
I can't believe
I'm
that.
sorry,
bro.
this is not a stunt, guys.
They just
Like,
made him the fucking president, is what they just
Yeah.
did.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
they,
okay.
that's crazy.
If that grazed him though, like it must have got somebody.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Dude, yeah, I want to know what's going on behind them, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Where'd
the
that
big
be-
scary thing is where did the rest of those freedom seeds go? Because you know they don't stop down until they're stopped.
Look how many fucking people are
goes
here,
that?
dude.
That's super
Wow.
scary.
Wow. On a show talking about guns. Wow.
What
That's
a
crazy.
Saturday night.
Out.
Jesus Christ! What a Saturday night.
Dude.
Oh my
You
God.
shouldn't have let
man.
out like that so quick.
Saturday night, man, it's party time.
Yeah. Jesus.
Ah,
Lucky
they were
man,
from
yeah.
Ohio. They
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I'm
missed.
going
I
out
can tell you that
as well.
much.
So.
Wow.
If it was Wisconsin, they would have just they would have
That's
had
fucking-
them over for barbecue.
Yeah, they would have been sleeping off the hangover.
Wow. That's, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like,
I'm just saying. Well, somebody
Wow.
casted
Yeah.
their ballot at like 150 grains.
Just one.
there we go. Phil's got
I
the
guess
real
That
that's
was
what
a
it
questions.
is.
hanging
Trump.
chat.
Where the fuck is Alec?
Yeah, where is he?
It's all coming together.
See,
Where's
I knew
Hannah?
Team America World Police had the good idea about Alex. We got him out.
Well, somebody went after Gerald Ford with a starter pistol back in the day.
Gerald Ford
starter
was
pistol?
already
Back in like
Losing to
1970, I think it was 8.
Oh, my dad's
Yeah, I don't know
smoked.
if you ever heard this, Heinz. A lady walked up to Ford with like a starter pistol, and like, yeah, it was actually
Wow.
rather humorous in hindsight.
Sean
What's a
Squeaky
starter pistol?
Frond
Is that
could
a-
only
not a real
afford
gun?
a starting
What's that, Hella?
pistol.
You mean
No.
like as in
Like in a track, like
for
a
a
track
run,
field.
like
so
track
it's
and
not an
field.
So yeah, like runners to your marks.
okay. So, it
So they
can't
don't
really hurt
actually
you.
shoot. They don't actually shoot, but
Okay.
they go bang.
They go bang. Okay.
She was just
Can it
trying to
hurt
tell him
you?
to run real fast. She wanted him to get in shape. That would have been my argument.
It was Hillary.
She's fitness minded.
Yeah, was it Hillary?
Was it Hillary?
Well, he's already got enough information to put Hillary Clinton in prison.
But she has been losing weight and getting into her smaller Kim Jong-un suit, so I think she's thinking about running.
And Huma Abedin's now living with George Soros' son, so it's like,
It's all coming together, folks.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
The world
We
is
just need to take
AI.
our male vitality and be okay.
listen, you gotta listen. If you want to defeat the globalist, it's not easy to do, chat.
Colloidal silver,
Woo!
silver, and all this other fun stuff.
Alpha brain.
Fuzzy Puff, that would actually be a good one to, if you're just popping in, go back and watch the very beginning. I kind of did a cool little opening for everybody and sort of how we met everybody.
Yeah,
And this has been awesome, dude. Everybody coming on here, I appreciate the
Yeah.
fuck out of it.
yeah.
Thank you for having me.
What the hell? What an ending! Like, what just happened?
That was an explosive ending.
Good
I mean,
God.
honestly, you guys, we
Queen of
story
Puns.
ordered this and
Okay,
back.
okay, hello.
Wow. Is anybody doing anything tonight? What's everybody's next streams going? What do you got going on next, Ella? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, here's like for days, and we have, well, obviously Dali and I, but we have the lovely Mr. Sean Potentially Criminal and his better half, Miss Future Mrs. Martin 2.0, Dina, with us, and we're doing 100% Alec Baldwin reaction stream. And when I say reaction stream, it's not just reacting to the trial, it's also bringing up what we always do for Hearsay for Days. We bring up all of the comments. We go through Twitter, we go through YouTube, we go through TikTok, etc., and we look at the best tweets, etc., and we bring up the comments. So we bring up people's reactions. We look at what people have been saying, and then Dali does the reading in all of his wonderful voices. So all of the opinions, maybe the opinions you don't agree with, that's what we do. And
I
that will
love.
be
I
up
like
at
the
the
difference of opinions, man. I like everyone to kind of
Yeah.
get in, lay it out, and I mean the thing is just be respectful. Like, It's gonna be cool.
There's no fun in that though, dude.
Disagree.
You gotta,
Disagree.
you can have a good debate and have some jabs, but at the end of it, we're still friends here.
It is.
Mo, what you got going on
every
next?
Sunday, 4 p.m. But we usually do a few different topics, but this week we're doing 100% Alec Baldwin because that's been the big thing this week.
I'll be watching for sure.
Looks like maybe Trump might be.
There's definitely going to be a big story for
Well, see, I don't have to do a breakdown of is it illegal to shoot the president? What crimes are you committing? Like, I don't have to do a video on that. It's like pretty obvious.
Thank you, KTG. Appreciate that.
I think Sean might be running to do a stream on that right now.
Yeah. Let's break it down. It's like,
yeah.
I think the question you have to ask is: does the president have the power to now assassinate him? Get him impaled and killed, because apparently they don't have to answer to anyone now. I don't know. I watch illegal.
I mean,
within the course of their duties, sending someone to assassinate your political rival isn't generally considered.
Heinz, what were you gonna say? You were watching what?
I was watching Legal Eagle break down.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
what happened
presidents
there?
before have put people in. We put all the Japanese people in concentration camps. We've drone striked U.S. citizens without due process. So the president can pretty much do whatever has been able to do whatever he wants anyway.
Yeah.
We traffic drugs to the Iranians in exchange for guns to send to drug dealing paramilitary groups in Nicaragua. The president could do a lot of things.
We've overthrown how many democratically elected countries?
Yes, we can do a lot of stuff.
But
does anyone want to help me figure out where Squeaky Frond was today? Because between Alec Baldwin and Squeaky Frond, I think we got a couple of ideas what could have just happened. Squeaky Frond was she took a shot at Reagan.
Yeah, the Manson family chick.
Oh, she
I forgot about her.
Who lives freely, out and about in New York right now.
John Hinckley is on the loose too. He's been released from prison.
Oh my God! In his never-ending quest to get Jodie Foster.
He's on Twitter. He's looking for people to form.
Heinz, I don't know if you knew that. He tried to shoot Ronald Reagan back in 1984, and he's out of prison now.
Who hasn't tried to shoot
and he has
Reagan
a Twitter,
at this point?
And he sells music on Spotify.
He sells music on Spotify. Wasn't there a Ronald Reagan assassinator who got out immediately because he was not guilty by reason of insanity?
That was John Hinckley. He went to a mental hospital.
That was Hinckley. He went to a hospital. I wonder if
Squeaky lives a normal life in New York. She has a dude and just lives normally.
Jodie Foster never responded to him, sadly.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
She did contact. We didn't get to see an alien. She never wrote this guy back.
2 hours.
She did Panic Room. She has many things to atone for.
So, yeah, Kathy Griffin's to blame here. Mo, what you got going on next?
Next, I am going to probably start working on breaking down Legal Shenanigans Theater. Closed caption, blessed be the closed captioned, for from them all hilarity flows. And apparently the closed captions did not quite understand the other Tay-Tay, Taylor Shabusiness. So we will be putting up another compilation video, probably poorly. I am the only editor, but of all of the closed caption, shenanigans. I am going to get a t-shirt made that says, "And shit was not Goliath here anymore." So I do Legal Shenanigans Theater. We basically take interrogations and do kind of a mystery to science theater kind of thing to it.
Love that. I'm also a big Mystery Science Theater fan, so
yeah. So it's a lot of fun, and Veilhammer Media helped me with figuring out how to do all of the technical stuff. So I just show up and make fun of people, which is kind of how I roll.
Dude. It's perfect. Dr. Heinz, man, what you got going on?
I have a panel happening tomorrow on my second channel called Catch Up Court, and we're just going to be talking about the current retrial and what's been going on there. So from 1:30 UK time, which after 9 o'clock. Sorry, apologies. So from 9 o'clock Eastern time. Apologies. Yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We are going to be going through the Karen Reed trial. I have a couple of guests with me, especially the ones that didn't believe Karen Reed at all. And I have pro Karen Reed as well, and we're going to be discussing what's going to happen next now after the mistrial, and then after that, I have another stream same day at 12:30 Eastern time. Of course, I know what these times are in my time zone, so it's kind of hard to get it all in my head. But 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry. Yeah. 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. Sorry about that. 1:30 p.m. We are discussing Laura Owens, because that case, if you don't know about Laura Owens, she basically
she's local to me.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. But yeah, she is a serial fraudster. She's a serial fraudster, and she has made a mistake of trying to defraud Clayton Eshard. We're going to be going through that with a couple of the people behind Justice for Clayton. So yeah, do join us for those 2 streams that I have going on tomorrow, and it's on Catch Up Call. I'll put it in the description. I don't think you guys have that link, but yeah,
okay,
I
cool.
appreciate
that. Hell yeah. And Dan Dali, what you got going on, dude?
Probably going to, not tomorrow. I'll be on Hearsay with Hella though. But on going back Monday, I will continue my Baldwin trial evidence and present some more of that I haven't shown yet.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna be keep checking that out, honestly, because yesterday I was watching. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff. Yeah, a lot of that interrogation stuff. I've kind of just seen pieces of. I've never just seen all of it. So, and Sean, what do you got going on, man? You about to go live with this Trump stuff?
I think I might for a little bit, yeah, because
it's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, like, he's alive, he's done. He threw up a fist like a G and walked off stage.
Yeah.
Like,
that was pretty crazy.
That is the most badass thing I've ever
That
seen.
is the most gangster thing.
The picture of him doing it where he's just covered in blood.
Yeah.
That is probably the picture of the decade right now.
Oh, dude, they
had their shot and they missed.
Well, no, but some photographer.
How many T-shirts are already in Teespring with that on?
Yeah, but I don't know if, like I said, what am I gonna say? Like, guys, don't shoot at the president.
Yeah.
Or if you do, make sure you can get away. Don't do it in the crowd.
Don't.
Yeah, don't do it in the crowd.
Just don't.
Watch the movie Sniper. That'll help a lot with Mark Wahlberg. You'll understand. Well, so my schedule's cleared up this week because I thought I was not going to need to be around places.
Yeah, golly.
Yeah. So thanks, Carrie.
Hey, Sean, do you want to hang out on my channel this week? That'd be fun.
So, no, but that means I got some things I can work on. There's a couple of videos, a couple things I want to put together. Last night, I just did a case out of Texas where a federal judge has said it's actually legal for you to run a still and distill alcohol for private consumption, which is something that's been illegal for nearly 175 years in America. So that was kind of neat to see.
How am I going to teach my kids how to make bathtub gin? This is not fair.
Well, now you can. Now you can.
Oh, great.
Now it's legal. Now he ruled the laws were unconstitutional.
Woohoo!
So it's now legal for the first time in 175 years, and you have to join the Hobby Distillers Association. That's the only way it's legal.
Wow.
The worst kind of discrimination, one where I have to join a club.
Yes. But that was one of the big things. I was working on Boogie 2988, kind of just detailing basically how he's committed multiple versions of wire fraud, securities fraud, and other things that are going on with him. Trying to scam people because it's all kind of falling apart on him. And then we were gonna do more Alec Baldwin stuff, but that's all over. And tonight at 10, I'll be going on with Jeff at Legal Vices. We'll be talking about it.
Nice.
So.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, this has been amazing. I really appreciate everybody for coming through, and hopefully we can get together again for some more future stuff like this, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be
Appreciate it, guys.
awesome.
Well, everybody coming through, I really appreciate it. As you head out the door, please hit the like, share it out, let people know about Publicly Buzzed. In the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be starting up Murder Church. I'm on vacation this week from my real job, so I'm going to be trying to do maybe a few extra things this week. So just keep an eye on the channel, and I appreciate everyone for coming through. And yeah, like I said, hit the like on the way out. And guys, thank you so much. This fucking ruled.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Later, guys.
Later.
This hurts.